Alright, today's skill is skill 7, and as a starting point we're going to use skill 4, and just to refresh your memory we'll play skill 4, and you can see what we've got here is our sprite that shoots bullets depending on which way. Now if we shoot at a enemy, bang, the enemy's gone on the first shot. What we often do in GameMaker is limit our power, if you like, by saying that if you're going to knock someone out, you need to hit them 3 times. So GameMaker has got something called lives that we can use, and our first part of skill 7 will be to introduce lives into this game. So opening skill 4, I want you to save that as skill 7, and then we can get started. So the bad guy in this case is our bear, and we've seen that if he gets hit by a bullet, we destroy the bullet, we destroy the bear, and we create our explosion. So we've been through all that before. But what we want to do with our bear is to give him some lives. So I'm going to put a new event here, and that will be on the create. So when the bear is being created, we're going to give him some lives, and lives are on the scores action tab. So we can drag our lives in, and then we can set lives to the value that we want. Normally you can have 3, but you could have 5, 10, really whatever value that you like. This is not relative because we're setting the value to 3 when the game starts. We're not trying to reduce it or increase it. So we'll just say OK to that. Now, when he gets hit by a bullet, we want to lose a life. So we use the same set lives action, and that'll be the first thing we do. And what are we going to do with it? Well, we're going to take 1 away from lives. So that'll be -1, and it'll be -1 relative to whatever value it had. So there we go with that. So we've got created lives. When the bullet hits the bear, he'll lose a life. But of course, we don't want to destroy the instance. We want to make sure that the bear loses a life, and then we'll see if when he's got none left, that's when we want to blow him up. Okay, so we're going to test the number of lives that he has. Now, before I do that, I just need to check here. This is the other object, destroying the other object. That is the bullet in this case. So I'm going to drag that up just up to below set lives relative to 1. Okay, and the reason for that is when the bullet hits the bear, we want the bullet to be destroyed always, but we don't want the bear to be destroyed always. So we're going to test our lives before we destroy the bear. Drop that into there. So when lives is equal to 0, so our value there is 0, that's when we're going to destroy our instance, which is destroying the instance of the bear, and we're going to create an instance of our explosion. Now, when we want 2 things or more than 1 thing to happen when we're asking a question like this, we need to put them together in a block. So just remember that you'll need to put that as a start block and as an end block to make sure that both of those things happen when lives are equal to 0, but none of them happen when there are still some lives left. So that's all there is to it. Let's play that now. And here we go. Oops. Here we go. We've got, let's move that across a little. We've got our bear here. We can hit him once, the bullet disappears. We hit him twice, the bullet disappears. We hit him 3 times, and he's dead. Now, one of the problems with using lives is that now that they're used up, whoops, they don't actually work on any of the other bears. they'll just keep getting hit but never dying. So we need to fix that. But before I do that, I just want to show you one other little thing where we can actually add a draw event that will draw the number of lives as an icon. So we're going to add an event, and that will be the draw event. So we just click on the draw event, and if you go down to the score tab, you'll see that we've got under lives, draw life images. So if we drag that one on there, we've got an X and Y coordinate, which is where the images will be displayed. So I'll just put them up into the top left hand corner. So I'll actually leave that as 0, 0, and I'll use just the bear as the sprite. So there'll be 3 bear sprites up in the top left, and as he gets hit, he'll lose a life, and one of those bears will disappear. So that's 0, 0, not relative. We want it up in the top corner, and OK. That's all we need to do there. So we'll OK that, and we'll run the game again. You can see the bear images up there, and one little trap that GameMaker's got. What's happened to my bears? Well, just a little bit of advice. Whenever you use the draw event, you need to actually redraw the sprite of the object that you're working with. I'm not sure why. This is a bit of a glitch, I think. But let's just put the Pac-Man right in there. Leave it at 0, 0, but make sure you tick relative. So the sprite will be drawn wherever he is. OK, that. Let's run. Now we'll see that our sprites. Oh, I picked the wrong sprite. That was smart. Let's get rid of that. Fix that up. So on draw, I want to draw the bear, of course, not the Pac-Man. Okay, let's go again. So now we've got our lives up in the top corner, and and they're not objects, so they've got nothing to do with the scoring. These are just images of the bears. You could use hearts, you could use anything you like. It's just a sprite that shows a picture. So we'll hit our bear the first time. You've seen now up in the top bar of the screen up here that now we've only got 2 lives left. We'll hit him again, and now we've got 1 life left. We'll hit him again. All lives have gone. Okay, but as I said, if you then start shooting these guys down here, we don't get, nothing happens. So we need to fix that, and what we'll do is, rather than use our inbuilt lives, we'll create ourselves a variable that we can use to reduce the lives, and I'll do that in the next video.